What's going on, YouTube? Effect Records here. Today I'm bringing you a video of my 1999 Honda CBR 600 F4. So I just picked this up and I was actually doing work on this side. And I'll tell you what I'm doing here in a second about that. But anyway, I just picked it up for $500. Now the guy wanted $800. I offered him $400. He said no. He came back at $500, and I was like, alright, I'm going to check it out. So I went to look at it. Now, I made up my decision before I went up to it. I said, if it runs, drives fine, then it's sold. So I went there, and it started up great, drove fine. He drove it to my house, actually, because he lives like right down the street, actually, from the Facebook post that I seen this on. So anyway, so I'm doing work on it, because I got the seat. It's in my toolbox right there, but doing some work on it. It did not come with this stoplight. Actually, I had to get a tail light, which cost me like $100, and then the shift lever was broken, and then I got a new one right there, so I can shift it a lot easier than I did previously. What I'm doing now, though, is I'm taking all of this black plasti dip off, so I can show that type of metal under it, because I think it looks a lot better than what that does, because I'm going to do a whole different color scheme on this motorcycle. But I just wanted to make this quick video before I did anything crazy, because I was actually in the process of doing that, and I was like, actually, let me document this before I do anything to it to kind of replicate what it is. Now I have that other fairing as well. I just took it off so I can work on that side easier, which is orange. It's all orange and black with an orange top, and so it does have some issues. My speedometer light doesn't work, and the neutral light works half the time, but all the other lights seem to work. The heat, the temperature gauge seems to work, and all that stuff. So it did not come with side mirrors, which I actually have those on order. They say they should be here by Friday, which is in like a day. So it should be in tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the next day for sure. But also, when I was riding on the highway, I was riding it all day though, so bear in mind. But the battery ended up exploding under my seat, so I had to buy a new battery. And the reason for that was the voltage regulator right there is bad. I checked the battery and it's putting out like 15.6 volts to the battery, so the battery got very hot and started smoking, and my bike shut off, so it was crazy. But yeah, I plan on doing a glossy black theme. This is just the plan for right now, a glossy black theme, and then I'd like to get a clear cover, so you can see through it, kind of thing. So I do have a lot of plans. I also plan to hook it up with a stereo system, like figuring a way to put like one of these like in here and mounting that right there with a switch that'll control it up to the front. So like if I'm talking to somebody and I want to turn it off or down or something like that, that'd be cool if I could just flip a switch that looks stock somewhere, and then it'll just cut the music or something like that, like a mute button or just something like that. So maybe just a power switch that'll power it off, and then I can power it back on with the switch when I start it up, kind of thing. So something like that is what I'd like to do. I think that'd be cool, just to have music while I'm cruising down the highway sometimes, and it will be different. But like I said, I want it to all look stock, so I don't want it to look stupid, like maybe Dremel, like it's not going to be massive speakers, but like Dremel a hole right here on both sides and just stick the speaker right there, make it look good. What else? The brake lever, it's kind of bent, like somebody dropped it, but everything seems to work good. Like the brakes work great, so I'm not going to worry about that too much. So like I said, I'm trying to get all the black off, and I'm about to change out the regulator that came in today. So it did come in, so I plan on replacing that. Gloss black theme. I got new handle grips on it ordered, so that's going to come in as well. But let's go ahead and I'm going to start it up. I'm not entirely sure if you need the seat on it or not to start it up. This is my first bike. Well, actually the second bike. I had a bike right before this, and it was a 1984 Yamaha Venture, and I traded my truck for it actually. And I just had it like 2 weeks ago. Then I got this, but I ended up selling it because it was way too big. And yeah, it was just way too heavy for me for my first bike, so then I got this one. And this is a 600, so the other one was a 12. But let's see if it'll start up without the seat. So, trying to get around the rear fairings now. It's definitely not comfortable without a seat, but oh well. I know I drove it this morning, but I haven't drove it the rest of the day, so it should still be warm, but I'm not entirely sure. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the phone down until I get it started. Then I'm going to pick it back up. So that's it started. Let me try to get it neutral. That's neutral, like that. So it sounds great. But see, like my neutral light isn't working, so it flickers on every now and then. Like it'll come on and off. But yeah, it'll come on and off when it pleases. And I found out, I'm not entirely sure if these bikes were made to do it or not, but I found out that when it's in neutral and the kickstand's down, it still shuts off. Like it has a switch for when it's neutral too. My friend's bike, if it's in neutral and the kickstand's down, it doesn't shut off, but this one it does. So I'm not entirely sure for that. I did have to buy a new tire for it though, because there's wire showing on the ones that I got. So that set me back $215 for that tire, but it looks nice. So one more thing, which is probably the most important thing of why I got it for $500. Well, and I'll let you guys know through the process, because right now I'm going through this company, but it did not come with the title. So I have 30 days to drive it basically until I get the title. So I'm working with this company right now called Lost Titles. And I'll let you guys know how that goes. And I basically pay $485, and then I get the title in my name with plates and everything for $485. So that may seem like a lot, but theoretically I bought this bike for like $900 to $1,000 or something like that. So I think it was worth it. This bike so far it seems great. Like I said, it needs some work, but I've seen them going for about $2,500 to $3,000 in pristine condition. Now this definitely is not pristine, but I'm getting it there, and I want to customize it and do my own thing with it. And I think for a $1,000 bike, I think it's definitely great, and for my purpose. And for those of you that want to get Psi dip removed, I recommend Goof Off, my bad. Pro Strength Remover, which I got at Walmart for like $5, and a scratch pad. So I'd use this side. You can use that side, but this side works so much better, and it like comes off like instantly. Like that took like 2 seconds to do after I sprayed it on there, and then I was like, you know what, before I do this, let me go grab the video so I can document beforehand. I wish I did as soon as I got it, but I didn't. I think I tried to, but I kept getting interrupted, so I just kept pushing it off. Now with the Lancer, I actually reached 5 PSI in it today, or not today, the other day. I reached 5 PSI, but the problem with that is it does take a little bit to get there. Like I got to actually push it to get to 5 PSI. I was getting like 1.5 bars, and I didn't really know what that meant, so I switched it out to a Psi Boost Gauge. And so I'm reading it, and it's about 5 PSI if I'm pushing it hard, 3 normally. So if you guys have any suggestions for that, because I definitely want to do a drive and a startup video for you guys, but I want it to be running good. So there's less confusion and stuff like that, but if you do guys have some suggestions, let me know. So that's where I'm at on the Lancer, and I got the Miata, but the bike. So this is basically the video, so if you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. I will definitely have more videos coming soon on customizations that I'm going to be doing to it, because I'm definitely going to put like shiny rims on it. I'm going to get this the Psi dip all off and make it look like that, like the whole bike. So make it look as good as I can. So yeah, if you like this video, please comment, rate, and subscribe. Alright, peace.